Good day everyone, Jolene here from Chill Lifestyle. So we're going to do what is coming in for you. So I did do a reading about Capricorn being in Pluto Pluto being in Capricorn and now Pluto moving into Aquarius. But I thought I would do another explanation as to what's been happening since 2008. So I'm sure you want to jump to your sign, but maybe you want to listen to this because it's probably going to affect or make you understand why you've been through what you've been through and what's coming. So Capricorn moved into, Pluto moved into Capricorn in 2008. And what this meant was, so Capricorn, again, doesn't mean the Capricorns, but Capricorn in tarot is represented by the Devil card. Now, again, I'm not talking about, saying that in any way it's evil. It's more the fact of it brings out things that are not good. So it brings out people's shadows, it brings out lies, it brings out deception, it brings out controlling stuff, people who are trying to control you, your mind, your thoughts. It also brings out areas in your life where you have suffered with perhaps codependencies to people, to substances, to jobs, to relationships. And it really, it was a karmic cycle for the earth and for special individuals. Now, I mean, I can tell you that since 2008, I also had received a lot of a karmic cycle. I had relationships that were not in alignment with me. They were not in alignment with my values, and they ended in terrible ways, and they gave me really harsh lessons. I had to end the cycle myself, and I had to do a lot of deep dive. I've been in a 5-year really deep dive healing of all my shadows, of all my fears, of all my codependency problems. So if you had taken on or have a cycle of repeat of taking on jobs, and again, not from a place of judgment, sometimes you take on jobs because you have to have the money, but the lesson is to somehow improve your life so that you don't land up with the same kind of bosses or the same kind of people, or maybe you're needing to look at the reasons why you need money. Is it, I feel, it suits my ego. Again, ego is the devil card because you are not doing things for your higher good, which is that of God and spirit, in the universe. You are doing things in the sense of, I need to buy certain clothes because it makes me look good, it makes my friends think that I'm happy, it makes, I buy certain cars because, again, it's the status symbol. And so you take on jobs so you can have money to pay for things that you actually don't need, okay? The age of Aquarius, however, is that of healing, it's that of hope, it's that of working together to bring about a better world, a world where there's peace, a world where there's hope. Now, this year, it's going from January and it's going to go until September, which means you've got a couple of months to really, if you have not done your shadow work, if you have not worked through, why do I take on certain relationships? Why do I accept less for myself? The pressure's going to be on, okay? You're going to feel huge amount of pressure to make big changes because, again, you're not going to be in alignment with the Aquarius energy or the age of Aquarius, where we're working together to make the world a better place. You will have a lot more destroying weather patterns. You will have a lot more destruction when it comes to money systems. We will have a lot more destruction when it comes to government systems over the next year because, again, it's forcing us to realize that this is not healthy. We are not in a good place. So if you are struggling or you have had a lot of bad karma since 2008, then again, it was a lesson for you to sit back and go, wow, how many mistakes have I made? How do I change this? How do you go back to your childhood? Because it all stems from childhood. Did I have parents who were money grabbers? Did I have parents who pushed me to do things because they, not to blame the parents, but to understand that that was what their parents did to them. And, this is how their life was. So really focus on that and you'll have a different change coming up. So guys, again, let's check out your moon, your rising, your ascending, and your Venus sign, as they all may come with a different energy. So you can learn, again, I'm going to go through what were your lessons during Capricorn season and what can you expect, okay? And again, your free will intervene. Nothing happens unless you take the steps towards. So learn your lessons, heal from whatever your shadow self is needing to heal, any codependency issues or any lack of self-esteem issues. If you can heal those, you will then be in alignment. You cannot manifest from a place of lack. You cannot manifest from a place of low self-esteem. You need to really, otherwise you will manifest, but you will manifest like versus like. So you will continuously manifest relationships that are not good for you. Your soulmate can only come when you are in alignment with your soulmate. Okay, so just try and remember that. The same with money. When you believe that you deserve and you believe that you are in alignment with the money, you will find jobs and money and opportunities that come to you. Thank you for the long message that I had to go through. Please don't forget, also comment, like, subscribe, and share this with other people, because it's quite important to get the message out to help others. Thank you and goodbye. So welcome to Aquarius. Maybe you're Aquarius rising, moon, ascending, Venus. Perhaps you've even got Aquarius in your Pluto sign. And if so, welcome. Let's see, what does the energies today have for you? And how are you going to be affected? So the first thing I wanted to know from Spirit Guides is, what was the lesson for Aquarius over Capricorn season? So what was the lesson for Aquarius? Anyone that's Aquarius? What was the actual lesson? What did you have to go through the most since 2008? What was your biggest lesson through 2008? Biggest lesson? Okay, so you needed to learn how to manifest money. Okay, you needed to learn what money meant. There were clearly cycles in your life where you needed to come to close. Maybe you gave away money too quickly. Maybe you needed to understand, what does money mean to you? Okay, so your biggest lesson since 2008, and if you've been dealing with financial struggles since 2008 and things not going your way, you had to close off cycles when it came to something to do with money, really. You needed to learn the power of money. You needed to learn how you could manifest more money. You needed to learn perhaps the value of money. Okay, so please take whatever resonates with that, but it was definitely on a financial level. If you give away money too much, do you value yourself? Or do you value others above you? Do you buy things or do things for others in abundance because of fears of lack? Okay, so money was definitely your codependency issue. Did you date people because they had a financial status? I'm just giving you examples. So think about anything that went wrong. So bad jobs, bad money deals, losing money. It was there for you to really understand that you have more power within yourself, in your own world, and how to create money in some way or form. Okay, there was a lot of learning lessons, and this could be anything with money. So this is your career, your jobs, career, business, jobs, and again, manifestation. And you had to close off cycles with people, or just, maybe even world events. You had to learn about world events and how the world makes money, or maybe there's some kind of worldly changes in your life. Okay, so that was your biggest lesson since 2008, to value yourself where you think that you deserve. Do you value other people above you? Do you buy things or overly give to other people because you want them to like you, or you want to look good? And not that it's a bad thing to overly give, but sometimes it's at the lack of yourself. So you're not giving to yourself enough. You give to others more, which means you put them above yourself. Then it's bad. Okay, so it's not a problem sharing and giving money, but it is a problem when it affects your own finances and when you have become the last to receive. Okay, so let's give a little bit of advice, please, for Aquarius while we go into how they can change their, because my message is for going forward now is how to empower people. I'm not interested in giving you what you want to hear. I'm interested in giving you what you have to hear. And if you're not in alignment with that, then I am not the reader for you. I am in the age of Aquarius about helping people in the bigger stream of things. Okay, so you need to be in alignment with me and agree that we are making the world a better place. We want a peaceful world and a loving world, and that's what the whole age of Aquarius is about, and that's where I am heading in the bigger picture, how we can become better people. Okay, oh, with you it was trust. Okay, so maybe learning how to have more faith, learning how to trust that your needs are always met. You know, when you've had your biggest struggle financially, have you realized that you've always had your needs met? Have you realized that even though you could not go and buy fancy cars or fancy houses or have Botox done or have your hair done, but your needs were always met? You always had food, you always had clothes, you always had what you needed, not necessarily what you wanted, but you always had what you needed. And that was the understanding that I don't have to worry about money because it's always my needs are always provided. I may not be able to go on lavish holidays or buy fancy things or have name branded furniture or houses or cars or clothes, but I am able to feed myself. I am able to nourish myself. I am able to look after my children with what they need, not necessarily what they want. Okay, so right now, most of your lessons are going to be in that of trust. Right, so let's shuffle these as well, and let's see for Aquarius, please, angels and spirit guides, what can they expect? What is their biggest lesson so that they can go forward into the new? Yeah, you had to look at people in your life that really weren't in your highest good. You had to close off cycles where people were selfish, where people were only looking at themselves, and you had to learn that you gave too much to these people. You gave your time, your energy and effort, and really and truly you needed to dig deep into your own life and learn to take instead of giving all the time. You starting a brand new cycle on a financial level. This may be redecorating your home or anything to do with homes or houses or building. Perhaps maybe you want to go into an industry, to interior decorating, something to do with housing projects, building, something like that. That could be it, or it's just saying that you will have a new financial thing. So if you learn the lessons from the past and you're willing to give and accept and receive, you're now getting a brand new beginning. So you got another 7 years. Let's try and not 7 years. You got another, this year and then 19 years really of actually having a new lesson. You may have to do with something to do with learning science, like maybe astrology, or learning more on a scientific level, becoming a little bit more logical when it comes to your money. How can I be more logical in my approach? How do I logically work through my lessons? Okay, that will be of help. Having more fun, learning that maybe fun, or learning to see life more in a fun way, learning to see more magic in your life, believing and having trust in magic. My son's screaming in the background and having fun. That's prime example of what you're needing to learn. Okay, you are going to have what you don't realize is coming. You're having a new cycle. A new karmic cycle is changing for you. So I know Aquariuses are quite stubborn. They don't really, that they battle with change, the battle to accept things. They want things done in a good light, but they battle to realize what they need to do. And again, there could be children involved with you, but there is a new karmic cycle starting. So starting from the 24th, you are in a new cycle. So the quicker you learn the lessons when it comes to the end of the year, when it goes out into Capricorn in September and then goes back in, I think, around November, you will be ready for the next 19 years. So really sit and think, how can I change? I'm the architect. What spirit guides are saying is they're giving you the key. What do you want? But really, anything you want, You can manifest. If you believe it, it will happen. If you work towards it, it will happen. Take the lessons of the last 15 years and apply it to really be more in alignment with yourself. Really be more in alignment. Think logically about your approaches, about money, about balancing budgets. Learn to have more fun. Learn to believe in magic, because the new karmic cycle is here. For some of you, again, that could be gardening or decorating or housing, something to do with housing. It's out there, something to do with children. But really examining things in your life really will help you. So spend the next couple of months really focusing on this, because you have got a brand new beginning, Aquarius. Thank you and goodbye. Hello and welcome to Gemini. So I'm doing this, I've kind of decided I'm going to do this with all zodiacs, but I'm actually going to keep it in like the elements. I think it's just easier to break down than such a long video. So what I'm going to do, this is for Gemini, Gemini, rising, moon, ascending signs, okay? Even if you Pluto, you may want to look at that too, perhaps. But more important, yeah, is your sun sign and your moon sign. But like I said, your Venus and ascending are also semi-important, but they do bring relevance. Okay, so guys, we first want to look at what was your lessons since 2008, because if you don't learn the lessons, you don't change, and you've got this year, that is it. You've got this year to make the changes. So Gemini, I am going to really look at you, and the first thing I wanted to know was, what was the lesson? What did Gemini have to learn in the last, since 2008? What was Gemini's biggest lesson? Family. Okay, Gemini, you needed to learn about, so this was kind of sideways, which tells me, I kind of feel like it wants to be reversed. Maybe perhaps you had to learn at money, coming together, your worth. Okay, your biggest lesson since 2008 is your worth. So something about your family. So this could be your family belief, your family, perhaps you've had family curses of not being able to make money. Stability in your family perhaps has been very unstable since 2008. So you maybe had to learn about being recognized within your lifestyle. Do you work together with family members? Maybe, bringing in money, perhaps it's just one of those things. You maybe needed to learn about what does stability actually mean to you? Do you believe that you deserve? Do you believe is a house what's stable? Are you more maybe egotistical when it comes to money, when you really feel like you need certain clothing, car, food, etc., in order for things to be good in your life? Okay, so stability needed is where you had to learn the biggest lessons. What does stability mean to me? Okay, Gemini, that's what you're having to learn. How can I be recognized? How can I be seen? Maybe even within the family, maybe you felt like you needed to have their approval in order to be good. Okay, then that was your lessons, is not to have your family's approval. Maybe you needed your peers' approval. I needed to look good in front of my friends. So you chose situations in your life that made you feel like you would fit in the crowd, to be seen. Okay. Maybe you chose toxic relationships as well, because it made you, attractive people gave you bigger egos. I have to throw this all out there, okay? But for most of you, you needed to be seen, you needed to be heard, you needed to look good to others. And your biggest lesson was you have to kind of feel good about yourself on your own without other people's approval, okay? So it's a codependency is what I'm actually getting. You've had codependency problems, and learn how to be more independent. Learn how to be okay alone. Learn how to be financially not, perhaps maybe you had to look after your family. I have to throw everything out there. Maybe financially you've had to look after your family. There's something about family values, or family sucking off of you, or something like that, okay? Maybe you're not a team player. Okay, I have to throw all the different things. Maybe you haven't been a team player, and this is learning how to collaborate with other people. Okay, so whatever that may be for you, okay, that was your lessons. But definitely Self-worth, biggest lesson for you. Okay, what? Spiritual growth. Well, yeah, definitely. This is definitely about healing all kinds of perhaps spiritual beliefs, self-worth beliefs. This is what's going to elevate you spiritually at the moment. So you've got a lot of spiritual growth around you, a lot of healing right now, learning to take care of yourself, learning to eat more healthily, bringing health in all areas of your life, healthy friendships, and only accepting people with healthy friendships, healthy relationships, healthy food, not being around toxic people or people who drain you. This could be family, learning how to stand up for yourself in a family environment where people take advantage of you and people who don't want to work together, because that's what the age of Aquarius is. It's coming together to bring a better world, to make sure that we live in a better environment. Okay, so let's get into some Akashic Field Tarot. Yeah, the scribe. Okay, digging deep. The scribe is really about maybe some of you would benefit from publishing books or something to do with that. Things have been up in the air because of other people. Again, this may be family members learning to dig deep because of other people. Yeah, views of the ego, dealing with, maybe you were dealing with an egotistical person and friends or family members. Yeah, a lot of lessons there, hey? A lot of lessons. Okay, so Gemini, best information for Gemini. What was Gemini's lesson? Well, what's coming forward for Gemini? When you've learned your lessons, learn how to collaborate, learn how to come together for the highest good, learn about your self-esteem, or what you're worth, having your spiritual growth. What will come in for Gemini? Okay, there's definitely some kind of healing, movement, healing, determination to go forward in your life. You are on track, Gemini, so you've got the train is coming. Are you ready? Are you packed? You know, for some of you, maybe there's a move coming up, or this is a matter of timing, you know, being on time, having great timing in your life. This is also about movement. The Chariot card is really about movement. The train is here, so there could be a move coming up for you. For others, it's just you are on track to something. Let's see what that something could be. Okay, for some of you, it's a loving situation, an emotional balancing, an emotional situation that could be helping you. In some way, it could be love, but it could also just be your own love and compassion for something you're passionate about or something you really love. So you're on track to something you really enjoy and love. Wow. Okay, so there's a commitment, a new job. Maybe you're signing contracts for a new car. Maybe you're signing contracts for a new home. Maybe there's a marriage, perhaps marriage contracts. There's something you definitely, as I said, it doesn't have to be love. It could be a new job. Signing contracts about something you love, something you will be happy about. Okay. Wow, fated meeting. Wow, Gemini, this is like the Gemini card, but like what you've been waiting for, Gemini, is kind of what's manifesting. Okay, something is very fated, something is very much on track. So this is one of those, if you learn the lessons, spirit guides are kind of pushing towards you with some kind of situation, something that is meant for you. Again, I kind of feel like the karmic wheel is turning in your favor, provided A, have you learned your lesson about money? Have you learned your lesson about your family perhaps upsets or family drama? Have you learned what's going on with the family? Have you learned those lessons? Okay, have you learned how to come together and collaborate? Have you learned how to become independent from others and not needing other people's opinions in order for you to be happy within your world? If you've learned those lessons, I kind of feel like, Gemini, there's definitely something fast, definitely something coming in, but there's a good healing of the heart of a situation that maybe perhaps you needed some healing from, something you needed to learn to release. Okay, there's definitely that. Okay, yeah, this is a time of achievement. I kind of feel like this is a personal achievement. Okay, this is not about you achieving what's best for the family and other people. There's a lot of personal achievement for you, determinations and blessings are going to be around you. A lost dream, something reuniting. So there could be a soulmate, maybe, for example, just have to throw it out there that you may be reuniting. Reuniting with family members may be very relevant, and a healing from a broken heart. Okay, so from a lot of you, if you were hanging on to something that wasn't good, you're going to be healed from it, and there's good things. Miracles are coming your way. That is exactly what I'm hearing. Miracles are coming your way. What is fated for you is going to be quite great. Okay, that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much and enjoy. Goodbye. Welcome to Libra, Moon, Rising, Venus, Ascending signs. Welcome. Okay, so this is really and truly about what do you need to know going forward, but also what was the lesson that we needed to learn. I'm doing this by element, guys, so it's be a little bit confused. Your sign's not here, then just wait. This is air signs I've started off, and then I'll go from there. Anyway, check out all your different signs, look for them in the different videos. Okay, so the first thing we wanted to know was Libra. What was your biggest lesson? What did Libra have to learn the most? So since 2000, I think Libras were the cardinal signs of Libra, Aries, Virgo, and Capricorn, I think, had the biggest lessons. They went through the biggest amount of karma since 2008. So let's see, did you learn your lesson, Libra? What was the lessons? Let's see if you learned it. Okay, wow. So you got the same lesson as Aquarius, which is quite funny. I'm going to take that card too, because I really feel like it is something you needed to learn. Libra, your biggest lesson was learning how to work with manifestation. Okay, you needed to learn that you needed to become in alignment with the right stuff. You may have been holding on to situations for too long. Okay, since 2008. You maybe did not feel that you were perhaps worthy of more. You may also have had a problem with opening up your heart to new opportunities because of fear. And so you held on to situations very tightly because you thought that these situations were going to be stable in some way. Okay, but clearly they were not. Okay, you also maybe had to learn more about being freer and open, but I really feel like your biggest lesson since 2008 was actually learning to manifest, but understanding that, again, if you're in a desperate situation and if you closed off to love or closed off to your highest potential, you were going to manifest exactly that. You were going to manifest jobs that don't see your worth. You were going to manifest relationships who never saw your worth. And that is the biggest lesson. Okay, so you needed to learn how to manifest from a place of love, from a place of opening yourself up to the faith and trust that the universe was going to bring you something that was a lot more in alignment for you, for your highest good, not from your lowest situation. So if you were feeling very low and something happened in your life that's changed drastically since 2008, it was because you were manifesting from a low place, a place that you did not believe that you were worthy in any way or form. Okay, so the universe kind of gave you exactly what you were in alignment with. You weren't free with your love, you weren't free with your money, you weren't free with your time, or you chose people that were not free with their money or free with their time, and so you took very little. Okay, and you held on to those because of fear. Okay, so I like to give it a good shuffle. Romance and healing from any romantic situations. Yeah, if you had bad karmic relationships, that was the lesson. You needed more freedom. Again, free yourself up for better things. You needed to free yourself up and learn about truth and integrity, and the truth and integrity of, unfortunately, of other people. You needed to learn what abundance actually means and how to manifest more abundance in your life. Okay, so Libra, please, spirit guides, Libra. Oh, okay, so a bit too many. You had to learn about magic. Do you believe in magic, Libra? Have you forgotten Do you believe in miracles? Do you believe you are divinely guided? Do you believe that God actually is looking after you regardless? Okay, because the more you believe in magic, you know, it's like one of those in all the children's Father Christmas movies, that was, you know, that whole sense of I believe. Okay, the more you believe, miracles are coming in. You were really being divinely guided since 2008. You were being shown huge spotlights on areas of your life, your codependencies, you know, being codependent, having relationships with people that were really no good for you, okay? Having jobs that were really no good for you, holding on to people and not really listening to the divine guidance that you were getting. So if you were closed off to divine guidance and you weren't listening, then you had some bad luck since 2008, okay? Meditation, understanding that through meditation, you will get the divine guidance that you are needing. And again, there's miracles coming. You just have to believe. Okay, so the more you believe that miracles are coming your way, the quicker the miracles will come in. Okay. The Akashic field and Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is lifting you up. He's giving you the courage to move forward. He's healing you. He's lifting you up, and he's entering light into your world. The Akashic field says that everything that you need, you will have it surrounding you. All the information you need, it's all there, and it's going to be surrounding you to help you. Okay, you've had a lot of bad luck perhaps in your home. Maybe you've had bad luck within the home environment, or the home where there's drama in your family somehow, because some people just, you know, they just being at a standstill with people. All that's perhaps going to change if you see it from a different perspective and meditation. Okay, so meditate. Okay, so if Libra has learned her lessons, or his lessons, and Libra has believed in faith and learned manifestation skills, what's coming in for Libra now? What can Libra now expect if they've done the healing, the shadow work, and learned how to do manifestation? What is happening for Libra? Whoopsie. Okay. Well, too many cards. What's happening for Libra? Again, loving elements, believing in magic, believing in fairies, believing in the magic that the world has, believing that the world is a magical place and that miracles happen every day. Okay, having more fun, spending time with children. Yeah, things were up in the air because you were relying on other people to make things happen in your world. You were waiting for other people. And maybe perhaps there is an alignment for you. There is some kind of celebration or a coming together, union with friends or something like that. And someone else, something in your life has been very up in the air. I mean, I think that's kind of what's been happening for most people, but you are on track. So you may not feel it, you may not see the miracles in your life right now, but Spirit Guides want you to know that it's happening. Okay, when you least expect it, you will get a miracle. Yeah, manifestation, biggest lesson. Gaining knowledge as well. The more knowledge you have, knowledge is power, as they always say. The more you read, the more you look into things, the more you dig deeper into the world, why we're here, where did we come from, you know, anything to do with past or real, gaining more knowledge, the more balance you will have in your life, and the more things will come to you that maybe, again, you've been struggling with. You were dealing a karmic trench. Yeah, definitely. There was a karmic trench. You were holding on to people in your life that were really karmic. And the quicker you walk away from these people, not get stuck into the same fights or pulled into someone else's karmic trench, the quicker you will see your life from a different perspective, okay? The Buddha Prepares is really about showing you that through time alone, through prayer, through meditation, you will learn the answers that you are needing. Everything that you are needing, the Akashic field is a reminder that everything you are needing is around you. Yes, there may be certain elements, there may be certain things that are unknown. There may be things that are up in the air because someone else perhaps is maybe undecided. Maybe that's why. something hasn't come to light yet, okay? There's something still that needs to be discovered for you. So you just have to trust. This is one of those times that you've just been pushed to trust and not have to know the outcome for everything. Let go of urgency, let go of the need to know everything right now, Libra. This is a time that you are to learn to just believe that miracles are occurring every day for you. And the quicker you kind of just surrender is what I'm getting, surrender to the higher power, the quicker things in your life will happen. Okay, this is just not a time to act right now. You just have to believe everything. Miracles are happening. Okay, don't fall into the karmic trenches with anyone. Don't get pulled into other people's drama. Don't get pulled into other people's fights. Stay above board. Meditate and understand you are on track. You don't see it. Okay, you don't see it right now that the train is coming. The time of whatever you're asking for is coming. And just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. Okay, believe, 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 Libra. Thank you so much. Comment, like, subscribe, and check out your moon, rising, and Venus. Goodbye.